And we are back for another podcast.
Yes.
Another beer podcast, actually.
Another beer podcast.
Yes.
My favorite kind.
Yes, because that's all we do. We talk about beer. Well, we talk about travel, but talk about beer and travel. And we've got a lot to cover, actually, because we drink a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do.
Drums.
Yes, we are. And so I guess we can just get right into it.
Yeah.
Get into our first featured beer.
Yes.
One that we actually drink on air.
This is from Lead Dog Brewing, Underdog Hazy IPA.
Okay. And before you open it, just really quick.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is that way you can see it on camera to see what it looks like in case you're interested in, if you happen to find it or can find it actually, by Lead Dog. Probably you're going to find it on the West Coast.
Yeah, I think it's a California brewery.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to do the sound.
Yeah, not too bad.
Now we'll pour this into our Seattle Beer Company mugs that we got when we were there.
Yeah.
One of our favorite craft beer places.
Yeah, place that's one of the places that we have mentioned about great music and just the ambiance of this. Yeah, it's...
We stumbled upon it by accident one day.
Yeah, we did, actually.
Yeah.
I remember that. And we also got T-shirts, too, there, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is... This is a hazy...
Yeah, my favorite kind of IPA.
IPA. And that way you can see what it looks like at the Seattle beer mug. But, yeah, very, very hazy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I like. I mean, we've had some hazies that you couldn't, like...
Yeah, they weren't really hazy.
Yeah, they weren't really hazy. But, yeah, this one definitely is. Very, very cloudy and a nice haze to it. And where did the can go?
Right here.
Because I don't think we mentioned what the APV is. It is a 6.8 is what it looks like. So from Sparks, Nevada. So that's where they're located in, is Sparks, Nevada.
Same as Revision, I believe. That's where they are.
Yes,
yeah.
Correct. Which we haven't been to Sparks before.
No.
Which we need to.
We need to.
Sparks in Reno, actually, for a couple of the main breweries that we actually drink beers from. So
it's good.
One of those,
not the best hazy I've had, but it's good.
One of those middle of the road beers that we like to.
3.5 probably.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah.
And so that's what we'll rate it up on the Untapped app.
Right.
And which we've had a lot of the middle of the road beers.
Mm-hmm.
And but we've had much better hazy IPAs though.
Yeah.
So but have we had many from Lead Dog?
I don't remember getting much from them in the past.
Yeah. I don't either. All right. Well, we have... you went to a concert, and we went to two places, 702 and a brand new location for Beer Zombies.
Yes. That was
So we got a lot to talk about.
That was an interesting day.
Yeah. How do you want to start? What do you want to start?
We can talk about the beer places.
Okay. Just 702?
Yeah.
Since that was really quick, really.
Right.
Which we've been to before.
Mm-hmm.
And
we always liked it. And then this time,
well,
it was
we went how many times pre-COVID? We went...
Maybe 3.
3?
Yeah.
And once outside and twice on the inside,
on the inside,
I think. And I think the one time outside we had to wait, right? Pre-COVID. But it wasn't that. It was hardly a wait. I mean,
no, not long at all.
And they were busier at that time,
right?
Pre-COVID, and we always go on Sundays. So during some type of a game, we always went.
Yeah, there's always some kind of sporting event going on over
yeah,
there.
So it was going to be somewhat of a crowd, or expected to wait. Let's just say that. And so they weren't. As soon as we got there, because we got there at what time?
It was around 3, I want to say.
3? Okay.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Oh, because we went
we went to the art festival first, yeah.
So God, something else we forgot about. Yeah, we went to, because it was a Sunday afternoon. At the same time, they were having a farmer's market, but they were also having some kind of art festival thing.
Yeah. Basically just a showcase for artists to sell their work.
And it's something that San Francisco used to have back in the day along the Embarcadero, where every weekend, I think, that people would sell their framed art or whatever. And I actually have a watercolor.
Yeah.
I'm not even drunk yet. I have a watercolor framed piece of art when I went there. God, many years, like one of the first times I went there. But and sadly they don't have that stuff anymore. But it was kind of nice to see something like this again, especially here in Las Vegas, where
there's no culture.
yeah, exactly. Or you actually have to go way out west to.
I liked some of what I saw, but there was nothing I wanted to buy. I just enjoyed looking at it,
Yeah, I mean, it was a walk around, kind of a time waster, really.
It was a really nice day, too. So
yeah,
it was beautiful to walk around.
Because that's the other thing, too, is that we were trying to time it to go to 702 again for fall weather. And surprisingly, we're getting great falls right now.
Yeah.
And it was low 70s, right?
About that, yeah.
It's great. I mean, just great weather.
Loved it.
And so, yeah, it was a time waster just to walk around and see all the different types of art or whatever. Good thing is that there wasn't like modern art, like something where it's just a pile of something, and like it's
2 pieces of scrap
art.
metal welded together and they call it art. Yeah.
It's art.
Yeah.
Or a blank canvas and then like a splotch of paint or whatever.
Something that looks like a 3-year-old could do it with finger paints.
Yeah. And it was actually people that looked like they had talent.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing.
Right.
So we got at 702 and around mid-afternoon, wasn't even busy.
No.
I mean, the inside, were
plenty of empty tables.
Plenty. And then
they made us wait.
They made us wait, but especially usually with patio, you have to wait. But my God, I mean,
and the patio wasn't busy
because by the time that we got our seat, it was what, 2-3 people tables taken up. And so it's an annoyance when they're not even busy and you have to wait. It's just, which I guess it is what it comes down to, is that short on help.
I was thinking they were understaffed and that's why it happened.
About what's going on, right? Just all the BS that's going on right now, and they're probably understaffed, and they probably don't have a lot of busters too, because when we got there outside, there was many dirty tables. I mean, it looked like it was from the past 3 or 4 hours, because it was a lot of tables that have not been cleared yet.
Right.
And there could have been that many people at that time right before we got there, so it was probably just stuff that it's been sitting there for, a good hour or two before we came by. So, it's a disappointment when it's a place that we sort of like. It's not on our top because they don't have that many tap list.
Right.
Or even as canned beer goes too, they don't even have that, that much. So, but it's a place that we like to go, especially if you want to sit outside with great weather.
That was the whole point. If we finally got weather cool enough to sit outside, and we went there, and it was just such a letdown.
there's because I mentioned it on the last podcast. There's actually a few places of public school in California all by their area codes.
Right.
And there's a Texas location too. And so at some point when we do our travels, especially with California, I'd kind of like to visit the other public schools just to see what they were like.
Yeah, we can do that.
You know, at least one more location. So yeah, we had one beer there. I had Hazy Little Thing by Sierra Nevada.
Yeah.
Which in my notes here, where is it at here? It's a New England IPA, and I gave it about a 3.75 on Untapped.
Okay.
And I know you kind of liked it too.
I've had it before.
Yeah, you've had it before, but not at 702. Which one? Do you remember what you had?
I don't.
I think you might have had the Stone Delicious. If
I believe that's what it was.
Yeah. Because you also gave that at like a 3.75.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it had a 7.7 APV. And it's an American IPA. And that was it. That's all because I think we were just bummed out. Just like, you know, and we had beer zombies because we're like, hey, we've got beer zombies next door. Like, let's just finish it out and just go. And we can have more beers at beer zombies.
Yeah,
you know?
Much better choice.
Yeah. And so,
even though we weren't outside.
Yeah. But it was just like, okay, let's just call it and probably not go back until can stuff ever get normal again?
If it ever gets normal, yeah. But
I mean, at least a full working staff, you know, to make things easier and not have to wait.
Yeah, but I'm at the point now where I'm like, let's avoid that place for a while.
Yeah. Because I think that's the biggest annoyance. If you go to a place and it's busy, it's expected. Okay, yeah, a wait, you know. But when we got there and it wasn't busy, and I think she was saying something like 20, 30-minute wait, and it's just like for not being busy at all.
Remember, I was looking around at all the empty tables. I'm like, why? You know, it made no sense.
Yeah, 5, 10 minute, maybe 15 tops. But when you're hitting a half an hour and they're not even busy at all.
Yeah,
you know. So so I guess when we go back, we'll just you know, we'll talk about it, and I don't know, hopefully in better times or whatever.
Yeah.
So might as well just talk about beer zombies now.
Yeah.
Since that was the same night.
It's a brand new location. They were supposed to open about a year and a half ago, but then COVID happened and everything got delayed for the longest time. I think they just opened it in the last few months.
Yeah. Midsummer,
maybe
something like that.
Yeah.
So
and we've been to other beer zombie locations. They were always attached to a Skinny Fats restaurant,
which is a burger restaurant, and there's also one in Salt Lake City, Utah, to a beer zombie and a Skinny Fat.
Right. And this one was not attached to Skinny Fats. There's actually some other business in between the two.
Yeah, because you went to the restroom inside Skinny Fats?
No, I went around the corner. There was a family unisex thing there.
Okay.
That I went into. Yeah.
So this beer zombies was supposed to be bigger. At an announcement, it was supposed to be bigger. Because I remember the waitress was talking about the HOA, about having certain decorations and stuff like that, and even saying about, I think it was supposed to be bigger, and it just, I don't know why, but
still bigger than the other locations we've seen. But this one actually had tables to sit at.
And a
bigger bar.
Yeah, a longer bar, and there's actually one living room type of seating. There
was a sofa against the one wall.
And a table. Yeah. And then the 2-seater that we were at, and then there's like a 3-seater on the opposite side.
Yeah.
And then there was one table next to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that blonde that you were checking out.
Oh, yeah. I remember her.
Yeah. And so not that bad of seating, but just because we got there,
Football was still going on, so probably before 4 o'clock.
Yeah, so we were just lucky to get the last seat available. with the game going on. So it was just
Yeah.
There was a couple seats at the bar too.
Yeah.
But we wanted a table, and just by chance we were lucky enough to get a sit down table, and we stayed a while.
We stayed about 2 hours, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Till the start of we were finishing out the game that was going on, and then we went into
the night game went on. Came on. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were there for a while, and what do you? Is it your favorite Beer Zombie place?
I guess it could be. I mean, they're had such. We were only at the other location on Warm Springs at one time, and then the one down by the Raiders Stadium. That is, we just get stuff to go there, so we never even hung out.
Oh yeah, that's right. And this location that we went to doesn't have stuff to go, which is a disappointment.
Yeah.
It doesn't have stuff to go, and it doesn't have a place for you to go.
Exactly, yeah. So, I had to leave the place and go around the corner just to pee.
Yeah. So, that is an annoyance, not having a main restroom. That sucks. And, but we want to go back.
Yeah, I would love to go back sometime.
So, the beers that we had there, I had a beer that was a pale ale American that was called we both had it, Secret Safari, and it's by Abnormal Beer Company, and it's a 5% APV, so pretty low, and we both gave it 3 out of 5 on tap.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was it was okay, nothing special or whatever. I think it was actually probably one of our last beers, if I remember right. I can't
remember what order we had them in, but
actually, I think I have them written down as I have it written down as the last, because that's how I was looking it up. And usually when you're at Beer Zombies, just like last time when you were there, you're given free stuff. Yeah, tasters.
Not as many this time.
Who bought us this taster? Was it the bartender, or there was a guy sitting next to us? And when it was the female server that came up first and says that, like, he bought you this. Remember her saying that?
Yeah.
And then when we were trying to figure out on the check-in on Untappd, then the bartender came by and he was telling us exactly what it was.
Yeah.
So somebody had bought us a taster. Somebody did. And so that happens from time to time if you're at Beer Zombies. Yeah. You'll have the last time we went is there was a person who was starting up a brewery, right? Remember that? He was like... Yeah. And like...
He was trying to get our opinions on all these different things.
Yeah, because he was trying to get the new beer in and all that. So... At some point, someone's going to buy you either a beer or a taster at some point. Yeah. So they had given us this beer called, it was a taster, thank God. It was called Deep Orbit Centaurus by the Other Half, the Other Half Brewing Company from Brooklyn, New York. And it's a stout imperial double. Which it basically works out to be a 16.3 APV.
Yeah, you'll get hammered in a hurry drinking this stuff.
Yeah. So not only is it a stout, it's a heavy stout, and you taste the alcohol big time.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like I was doing a shot.
Like you can taste it, and you can. I mean, the nose on it was a lot of alcohol in that beer, and the taster, because the taster can be up to like 5 ounces, I think, and it was about a shot maybe, and that was enough because we were 3 beers in when we got that, I think, right? Either something 2 or 3. We had 4, right?
I think we had 4 there.
Yeah, we had 4. So so
we were having a good time.
Oh yeah, I mean I mean, better time than 702.
No.
But but it was nice. I mean, we weren't really into the game.
No, it was just on. We were glancing at it, but yeah.
Yeah. But just, I don't know, just to sit back on a Sunday late afternoon and just trying a bunch of new beer, which we like to do. So you had it's a stout milk / sweet beer, and it was called the Blueberry Maple Stout.
Yeah. And
that's from Sagatuck Brewing Company in, I think it's Douglas, Michigan.
Okay.
And 6% APV. And
which ain't bad for a stout.
Yeah. That's actually...
That's low for a stout.
That's reasonable, actually. And you actually liked that.
It was very good, yeah.
Yeah, it's labeled as sweet, but was it sweet?
Yeah, you could taste the maple in there and all that.
Okay. Because you gave it a 4.25.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. Now, something I didn't realize until I actually checked into the beer, I had it before, thinking that I didn't, and I did a while ago at not 365, 595.
Okay.
The Gummy Worms beer.
Yeah.
And it's labeled as a pale ale American, and it's from Sacramento, California, New Glory Craft Beer Company, which gives it a 5.8 APV and middle of the road.
Yeah.
3 out of 5. I don't know why some of these beers that they label remember the beer that we had at Chapman, the Kool-Aid beer? Mm-hmm. Not really giving Kool-Aid vibes, really. No. And this Gummy Worms beer, if you were not even to tell me what the beer was called, no Gummy Worms, I don't know. No distinct flavor or whatever about the beer. It just tasted like an average beer to me. So, little disappointment there. I was kind of, especially the first time when I had it, then when I realized I had it, that's, for the second time, I'm like, oh yeah, this is that beer that I really didn't like. Now, we both had the Boomstick Blonde.
Yes.
And
I'm a fan of blonde ales. You're not. And
I'm not, but I've had one good one.
Yeah. And
then the rest for me have just been middle of the road. And you actually like a handful of the blondes.
Yeah. I've had quite a few I've liked over the
yeah.
time,
Oh yeah. And because you usually go to that sort of right away if it's offered at the brewery, is you'll try to get the blonde ales right away. And it's actually brewed by Beer Zombies. Yeah. Beer Zombies itself. And it runs at a 5.5 APV. So like I said, you liked it. 4.25 on Untapped. And it's of the better blondes that I've had. So, because I ranked it actually, for me, I actually ranked it pretty high, 3.75. So, I mean, that's actually, pretty high. So, yeah, not too bad. So, if I think you would really recommend it as far as the blonde goes, if you can find it.
Right.
So you've had another one called Bubble Dust.
Yeah.
And that one was from Moonraker Brewing Company from Auburn, California. And 8% APV.
Yeah, it was up there.
It's a Imperial IPA double New England. So so it's going to start at, I think that's how it starts. It starts at 8. So it's of the low of the doubles. I think you pretty much enjoyed that one.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I had one that was called a vanilla coffee cream ale. And because you're not big on the coffee creams or coffee in general, like coffee stouts or whatever. But this one is by the Ingenious Brewing Company from Humble, Texas. and had a 5.2 APV. Again, middle of the road, like a 3.5 is what I gave it. Nice coffee flavor, but you can really taste the coffee, which you wouldn't enjoy it.
Nope.
But like one of the beers that we're going to talk about later, the Tucky beer, the
Hendertucky, yeah.
Hendertucky is a latte. Well, it's a latte milkshake, but hardly any coffee taste to that.
Yeah, I couldn't taste it at all.
But this vanilla cream has a lot of coffee taste, so it would be off-putting to you. You know, so you really have to like coffee if you're gonna be into this type of a coffee beer. So, I think that was pretty much it for beer zombies. I mean, we stayed
you had the pretzel and beer cheese. And
this beer zombies of its locations, like the one in Salt Lake City serves food, and then this is the only beer zombies I think that serves food, or not food but like appetizers.
Yeah,
because like the one in Salt Lake City serves like 3 or 4 items, and they're basically like burger and main food items and not really appetizers. But yeah, I was still I had, what did I have at 7:02? I had something small.
Yeah.
You know, and I was still hungry. So it's like, I'm just going to eat again at Beer Zombies. And so, yeah, so I'm going to try. They have their pretzel bites and beer cheese. Good beer cheese, actually. One of my better likings to beer cheese is theirs. So, yeah, that was quite enjoyable. I liked that. It was a nice day because it's a small place, but they had the front doors open to let the breeze in.
Yeah. So
it was a nice afternoon. Great new craft beers and some appetizers, and yeah, it was a nice atmosphere, and yeah, it was great. Yeah, really liked it. And yeah, we really enjoyed the Beer Zombies
we did.
Location. Just wish it was a little bit bigger, a restroom, but it's so. But yeah, great night out. That was great. I really liked that. We have a handful of beers here in front of me that I tried, and then I actually have some stuff that you tried at home. But we might as well just talk about the concert.
Okay.
That way I can finish the beer.
There you go.
And then you went to a concert yesterday.
Yeah, last night
at
Vamped, which is my favorite place to see a band here in Vegas. And I almost didn't go. It was
So this wasn't one of your planned ones then.
I knew they were playing, and but I was just looking forward to a night where I just stayed home and watched some TV and relaxed, and did that all afternoon. I watched some college football. I watched Pitt beat Virginia Tech, and then the Penguins had a hockey game. They beat the Chicago Blackhawks. So I was watching both of those, and at one point during a commercial, I picked up my phone and started scrolling through Facebook and came across Vamped's post about the show that night, and I was like, something about seeing that, I was like, you know what? I think I want to go. And I did, and had a great time. The band playing was called Pretty Boy Floyd. I was a fan of theirs probably around 1990-ish. Bought their first album. Very, very glam. I mean, they made Poison look like men.
Yeah, well, because they're called Pretty Boy.
Yeah, they were very glamish with the makeup and the flashy clothing and everything back then. Now they only have the lead singer is the only original member left, and just hired guns the rest of the band. But their music is very popish. There's a rock edge to it, but it's kind of, if there's any such thing as bubblegum rock, this would be it.
Okay.
And but I went. Thought I had just seen them at M3 a few months ago over in Maryland, and they put on a good show there. So I was thinking, yeah, okay, I'll go watch them. This time I can see them up close in a small club. And
was it busy that night?
Not as busy as it was for the Iron Maidens, no.
Oh, okay.
But maybe about 3/4 of that.
Okay.
But yeah, I got a spot right in front of the stage and was having a good time up there. They played their first album in its entirety, start to finish. And at one point, I had finished my beer, so I had an empty glass in my hand. And the singer had some big bottle of Jack Daniels, and he's talking to the crowd, and he went over and poured some in this girl's glass of his Jack Daniels, and he looked at the crowd and said, "Who wants some?" So I was right in the front, and I held my glass up, and he looks at me and says, "Really?" I was like, "You gave it to her, why not me, you know?"
Well, gee, I wonder why.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I guess my boobs weren't big enough. But he did give me some. He poured some Jack Daniels in my glass, and I don't even like Jack Daniels, but I was just thought it was kind of cool that he gave me some.
God, you could have probably said anything, and you'd have been like, "Sure, why not?"
Probably. But yeah, it was a fun concert. I had a good time, and then afterwards, I got to meet Steve Summers, the lead singer, and talked to him for about 5 minutes. And he's a really nice guy. Got a picture with him. So cool. It was a good time.
And you had Shiner Bach.
Yeah.
There.
Which is really good on draft.
Yeah, it is. It's because we mentioned this on the last podcast. The bottle doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
Like it's so much better on the draft for some reason. It just tastes better.
Right.
I mean, I think that's true for anything that's in a bottle or a can, but like that triple gold monkey that we had that I had at Slice.
Mm-hmm.
The one that had it was banana flavored and amazing on draft. And I know we were drinking at that time, but my taste buds weren't off. It tasted amazing, and then I had it again in bottle, and I'm just like, did they give me a different beer?
Yeah.
Because it tastes like crap. I mean, it was horrible. And so maybe it was quality control or something. I don't know, but that wasn't the same beer. So I don't know. Something was off. But so if you can get it in draft, much better in draft.
I agree.
So that was your night then?
Pretty much, yeah. And I even drank some Jack Daniels, which I never do.
You didn't have a lot though.
No, he just poured a little bit in the glass. But yeah.
But I'm sure if you had bigger boobs or something, he'd probably give you a little bit more.
Maybe me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So are you? Now I know we have a lot of stuff planned here, but are you going back anytime soon to Vamped?
Yeah, I actually got tickets to 2 shows already for Jeff Tate, the former lead singer of Queensryche.
Okay.
He's doing a solo show there on November 27th. And then the following Saturday, LA Guns is going to be there. So I'm going to see both of those shows.
But nothing for because we got stuff planned for the next 3 weeks or whatever.
No, there's nothing else coming up that has caught my eye over there. So yeah.
All right. What I can do, because are you ready for our next featured beer?
Sure.
Okay. You want to talk about what's the one place with the brat that we're going to?
Big Dogs.
Big Dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to briefly mention that while I get the other beer.
Go grab the beer. Okay. Yeah, so it's coming up on the day before Halloween, I believe. It is a Saturday. It's at Big Dog Brewing here in Las Vegas. We are going to an event they have called Dogtoberfest. And we bought the deluxe package, $50. We get a t-shirt, 10 tasters, and a $25 credit at the bar.
Yeah.
And I want to say there's something else in
bar / food.
Yeah.
It was for the pub itself.
Mm-hmm.
T-shirt.
Yeah, I mentioned the t-shirt. Yeah.
There is something else.
Yeah, I can't remember, but
yeah,
it was a really good deal.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's a whole event all day. They got live bands playing, and it's going to be a fun time.
So, but 10 tasters.
That's pretty good. There's going to be a lot of different breweries there showcasing their beers.
Really,
so.
'cause I haven't looked into the fine details about it, but a good variety then.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
So then, before you open this up, so that the brat thing we're doing what this
That's
next Saturday?
It's October 30th. It's a Saturday, so it's at the end of the month.
Okay. And then on the before that, we're doing the German place, right?
Yeah, that's a week from today. Next Sunday, we're doing that.
Wow. So yeah, so then we're gonna actually it's gonna be like even bigger than this.
Yeah, those big steins are gonna get us. Yeah,
like big. I looked on their Yelp thing, like huge, big glass steins of beer, which I don't know if we'll be able to do 2.
I know.
I know
it's gonna be rough.
We're Ubering, right?
We have to.
Jesus. And like really authentic German food too.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I haven't had authentic German food for a long time. Like I'm half German, and my family used to go to this German restaurant back in Omaha, Nebraska, and which was, from what I remember as a kid, that it was really good German food, like excellent German food. And if I remember right, there's a bar next door that I don't know how he's related to me, like a great grandfather, something. I have to ask my aunt, because my aunt would know, but he used to own that bar, because then he got busted for making his own alcohol in his bathtub. But he used to own that bar way back in the day. But it's a German place that's been around for the longest time in Omaha. I'm not too sure if it's still around, but it's been a while since I've had really authentic German food. And what about you, as far as like authentic German food?
Don't know if I ever have, to be honest with you.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. And the only other time that we've recently had German beer is the place in L.A.
Yeah, which we loved.
Oh, yeah, because they had sausages and brats at that place, but not technically authentic German food. So it'll be interesting. On our next podcast, we're going to have Anaheim to talk about.
Yep.
All the breweries that we're going to in Anaheim, the German place, the brat thing that we're going to, Oktoberfest, and then all the beers that we're going to have up until that point. Yeah. So there'll be a lot on the next podcast. So before we get into all these other beers that we have to talk about, our next featured beer.
Yes, this is called Marzen Attacks. Little play on words there. It's from Astronomy Ale Works here in Las Vegas.
Which we've had a handful of Astronomy Ale Work beers.
Yeah, and we've actually met the owner a couple of times at 595.
At 595.
Very nice guy.
And they actually, there you go. They actually, if I remember right, they respond to your check-ins on Untapped, if I'm not mistaken.
It's got a dark color here.
Because it's a
Marzen.
It's a Marzen lager.
Yeah.
So it's going to be brown or red, depending on how it was brewed. And when you're done pouring, I would like to see the can so then I can put it on camera. Because it actually has pretty cool artwork. I actually like the artwork on it. It has a 6.2 APV, and again, it's a Marzen lager. And let's see if we can get it on camera there. So yeah, so the artwork on it is actually pretty cool. So you got the alien. It's actually supposed to do like, did you ever see the Tim Burton movie Mars Attacks?
Long time ago.
So if you can
they
see,
do that a lot at Astronomy. They do space themed.
Oh yeah,
beers.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Star Wars and Star Trek, all that stuff. Yeah.
This one is really a play on the Tim Burton movie Mars Attacks. So yeah, so a really piece of cool artwork there. It's always like showing, because it was another reason to have a second camera to show off the beer artwork, because we mentioned the last one how a lot of them try to really hype up the beer by having like they'll hire artists, specific artists, just to have a great label to sell their beer.
Right.
So it's pretty cool.
Not feeling the nose on this one.
It's a Marzen lager, so I don't think it's going to be up your alley. Now, did you buy?
It's not too bad.
Did you buy a 4-pack of this?
I did.
Okay. At Lee's.
Yes.
Okay. And then we need to take a picture of this later.
I took mine already.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I should do that too. So your thoughts on this beer?
It's pretty good. It's not something I would normally get, but it's. Well, I was hesitant to buy it because it's a lager, and I'm not big on lagers in general. But
yeah.
Not too bad. Thinking of 3.25.
Actually, it's like how we've always mentioned about certain beers for certain times of the year or month or whatever. It's actually not too bad for like the way it is right now.
Yeah.
Fall and stuff like that. It's actually pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I didn't show is let's get the beer cam up here, and then you can actually see how brown, red, whatever you want,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a nice color to it. Not too bad. There's not a just a nice, not like an aftertaste or just I don't know, just a nice. It doesn't like a funky taste. It doesn't have that.
It's something if you just want to relax. This is a nice beer to have.
Actually, it would be nice with maybe like with a burger, even because like they try to pair certain beers with certain types of food, like either burgers or seafood or stuff like that. I actually wouldn't mind having this like with a good blue cheeseburger. Actually,
nice.
Yeah. Which I've been making a lot of actually. I never used to make burgers all the time at home. Like I would just do burgers if and when I'm out and about at a pub or whatever. Been doing them a lot lately, and God, they're so good. And put blue cheese on it. God, really good. That's what I'm gonna make tonight, actually. So yeah, and you gave it a.
I'll give this a 3.25.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, we've had much better though from Astronomy, like really good stuff. Yeah. So yeah, very 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 different. Because different as far as we don't normally have Marzen lagers.
Right. Yeah.
So. Okay, we have a lot of beers to get through here.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'll do one. The first one I'll do is one that we've both had, and let me get it up on the cam here. So this is called Salute, or it's a Salute IPA, or it's called Salute, and it's an IPA.
From West Brew Brewing.
Yeah, from West Brew. It's a 7.3 APV. We generally gave it the same thing. Like you gave it a 3 out of 5.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, I probably let me look here. Well, there's one other beer I wasn't that fond of, but it's probably my least favorite that we're going to talk about as far as the can stuff that I bought.
The reason I bought this one is because it says at the bottom to honor those who have served, and I thought that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So.
Again, we like to use the term middle of the road beer, just like if you're going to rate it like a 3-ish or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing spectacular, nothing bad, of course. But
no, it wasn't a bad beer. It just wasn't great.
Yeah, just not our favorite.
Right.
So that's right. You bought this. I was wondering how we acquired this one. Okay. So the next one, here, I'll go with the one that I wasn't too fond of also. Have you had this yet? I don't think you have.
It's still sitting in my fridge right now. Yeah, haven't gotten
to
it.
You're waiting to you're having all the other good stuff, let's say. Now, when we go out and buy beer, we like to get, usually at the top of the list, there'll be our hazies. Mm-hmm. It could be like a New England IPA or stuff like that. Sometimes we'll venture off and we'll get a sour. Sometimes, very very rarely.
Neither one of us is a fan of sours, but we'll drink them.
This is a Goose Sour, and I still don't know the distinction between like a normal sour and a Goose Sour. If one is supposed to be tart, or if one is supposed to be more sour, or if it's like brewed differently. But just what caught my eye with this one is that they said that it's supposed to taste like a bomb pop. And so have you ever had a bomb pop when you were a kid during the summer? I think I've had it one time. Like I'm more like, my likes for ice cream, or like ice cream sandwiches, or like the ones that are in like the sundae cones, like with caramel in them. Oh my God, that's so good. But and here it's fall, and ice cream is kind of, like summer, but like we would still go to Salt and Straw and get ice cream, even if it's fall or winter.
We did it in Seattle in December. So
that's right. God, we did. Yeah, that's right. Well, I've even been to, when I used to go to San Francisco in January, they've got an ice cream place right there on Divisadero. During January, I would get ice cream. So it's not really for spring and summer. But they said this is supposed to taste like a bomb pop because it's got blueberry, raspberry, Meyer lemons, which Meyer lemons are really good. If you ever just tasted a Meyer lemon, just, right, just right from the fruit, it's Meyer lemons are great. And cherry puree. So it's got a lot of fruit in it, but it's not tart, it's not sour, like it's really low key, very very subtle. So I would really suggest that if you're trying to get into sours and you want to really ease into it, something like this.
Okay.
It's by Bad Beat,
which is local.
It's a local brewery, and it's a 4.7 APV. Now, I think we had the conversation at Beer Zombies. If I remember correctly, I told you to have this beer like on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
Something that you like. Friday, you'll usually go crazy, and you'll have like 2 or 3 beers of like something really good, especially if you're having like a crap day. Yeah. And then Monday is I don't know, but I remember us having that conversation about when to try this beer, because you're just like, oh, it's still in my fridge. I'm like, do it like kind of in the middle of the week, and I
have to be in the right mood for a sour. I can't just.
That's how that's how our conversation was going, and it's like, just do it in the middle of the week. Just it's not that bad. I'm trying to see if what did I give it here? Actually, I probably didn't write it down, but again, middle of the road. It's really not that bad. It's not sour. It's not tart. You're not gonna be reminded it's a bomb pop.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. So, so if you can find it, it's called Let's Get Lit. Okay. And really, it looks like it should have been something that should have been out during the 4th of July.
Yeah, it's got fireworks going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was, and it just.
Well, see, here's the thing: is that the place that I go to besides Lee's, Sprouts Supermarket, seems like they get stuff off season. Like, because there's another beer that should have been out, I think it's their winter beers that they have off season. And it's just like, why aren't they having these beers during winter? So it's crazy. But so if you can find this, again, when something is local to Las Vegas, I'm not sure how far off it goes as far as how you can find it.
Yeah.
Like Washington, Oregon, Utah, New Mexico, I don't know.
No idea how far their distribution is. So.
Yeah, because, we've always tried to get the rooftop beer, Blood Orange. Any rooftop beer from Seattle down in Nevada. And remember, we asked 595, and they go, well, it has to be.
They're not licensed to distribute here, right?
So who knows if you can even find any of the beers that we talk about from Nevada into farther out states.
Right.
The next one is Love Lady.
Another local Las Vegas brewery.
Yes.
That
it's
we're
called
fans of.
Love Juice. And so it's a New England style IPA. And we've both had it.
Yeah.
We've both had this.
I remember drinking this before, yeah.
You had it earlier than I did, because I just had this like the other day. And you had it.
I think I've had it in some bars.
You had it a while ago.
Yeah. I want to say I got it at 365.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah.
And I gave it about a 3.75. And it's not too bad. Not my favorite of the Love Ladies. It's a 5.5 APV. So you can have, 3 of these and still probably do it.
Still drive, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So there's a label. I don't know. Anything else to say about this one?
It's been too long ago since I had it. I don't remember much about it.
It's a New England style IPA. It's nothing great as far as either a nose or a really good on the palate. Just, again, you can say middle of the road. Even though I gave it a 3.75, it's still one of those middle of the roads. This is actually a beer that you bought for the podcast for us to try together. And then it sat in my fridge, and then I think you eventually had it. And then the other day, I was just like, F it. I'm just gonna drink. There's still one, the I Love Nevada, which you've had.
That's from Bad Beat, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm going to save that for Thursday.
Okay.
As far as so I can get my new beer badge on Untapped. But yeah, so you've had beers in my fridge that are just sitting there. I'm just,
Yeah, just drink them.
Well, I mean, since you've had them.
Yeah.
If you didn't have it, then I would be like, I'm going to wait. So.
Yeah.
Union Jack IPA from Firestone. This came in a multi-pack?
Yeah, it was 12 pack of 4 different beers that I bought, yeah.
It is 7.0 India Pale Ale, but a 7 APV. Again, nothing spectacular.
No, it was...
We've
as far as IPAs go, it's middle of the road.
Well, as far as Firestone beers, too, it's just like middle of the road beers.
Yeah, there's never been anything from Firestone that's really made me say, wow, I got to have this.
Oh, yeah. But it's nice to have multi-packs like that to try, different ones. Okay, so we're going to move on?
Sure.
Because we've both had this.
Yeah. I'm a fan of this one.
Okay, so this is it's a hazy IPA. It's called Lost Coast by Lost Coast Brewery.
Right.
I think I gave it like a 3.75, if I'm not mistaken. Where is it in my notes? I know I have it here somewhere. There it is. I gave it like a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, it's a really good beer. I enjoyed this one a lot.
It has this interesting taste / aftertaste. It's got a unique taste to it. Let's say that. And I was going to say, because it's from Eureka, California. I'm assuming that you can probably find more beers from California in other states versus like from our state.
Yeah.
So you actually might be able to find this beer better than like some of our beers. Very it's an interesting hazy IPA. It's got this interesting flavor to it. Because it's from a bottle. I want to try this draft.
That would be awesome, yeah.
Because I don't know, something is just, even though I gave it a 4 out of 5, it was really, it's with that unique taste. It's like, I think I need to try it draft. I don't know. It's an interesting beer. So, if you come across this, I would say really get it.
Yeah,
try
I
it. Definitely
recommend this
one. Yeah, because I don't know. It's just, I think that bottle is hindering the unique flavor in it. It's just, it's got me perplexed, kind of. Even though, like I said, even though I gave it a 4 out of 5, it's something that I need to try draft. Like, I really should kind of seek it out. I mean, I know it's like the next draft will probably be like, I don't know, 2 states over or something. But
maybe.
If we can find this draft locally.
I'll definitely get it.
Yeah. Like, I'll probably look that up tonight. So, yeah, we'll see. The next beer, which you're getting as your consolation prize tonight, is called Rail Jam. It is a India Pale Ale, and it's by Mother Earth, which we love Mother Earth.
We've had a lot of good beers from that brewery. Yeah,
one bad
one. Yeah,
we
don't need to talk about that.
Again, it comes to like the triple golden monkey, where was it quality control or because it's in a can and not draft? But that
was the worst beer.
It was like
ever.
What, kamikaze?
It was called Buku.
Buku. Yeah,
that was one of the worst beers I ever had.
Yeah,
it was awful. And coming from that brewery, I was like, "What happened?"
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, because Mother Earth. If you can find either cream ale or the cream.
Yeah,
sickle.
Cali Creamin' or the creamsicle.
Yeah,
those are the ones.
If you can find either
they're delicious.
Of those, it doesn't. The creamsicle. It doesn't have to be summer. It can be the dead of winter, and it's fantastic.
It is delicious.
Oh my God, yeah. Top 5, right?
It might be my favorite beer of all time.
Yeah, I mean, good God. Well, I mean, that's one beer coming up. Oh, yeah. But yeah. So from Mother Earth. The Rail Jam, it's a 6.9 APV. I'm assuming Mother Earth, you could probably find Mother Earth stuff.
I think so. They're widely distributed as far as I know. Yeah. I find those in grocery stores. So yeah.
Yeah, because they're from Vista, California. Like I was saying, I'm sure from California you can get distributed, from many other states, but it's a IPA New England, and I gave it a 3.25. Nothing like, because not just the label, but like sometimes there'll be like a story of like the J. Peterman catalog, and they'll really try to get you invested into the beer because they try to put so much story and brewing notes into it. But it really tried to make you think like it was just like this fruity jam, because it's called Rail Jam. We've had better from Mother Earth.
Yes,
it's not that bad though. Like I'm assuming you're going to have a beer tonight.
Well, the Steelers play tonight, so I'll
Yeah.
probably drink some
Well,
beer
and
while I
then you're
watch
doing
them.
Dave Chappelle thing tonight
Yeah,
too,
I'm
right?
gonna watch that. Yeah,
You might want to try that one for
I
that.
might have that tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that bad, but we've loved other stuff from Mother Earth so much better. But yeah, and I actually kind of like it how it's got a, if you can see, it's a skateboarding lumberjack. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah, and that was like, it just came out because I just got it at Lee's Liquor. So, this has to be the last one.
Yeah, we've gone through the whole thing.
Saving the best for last.
Oh, this is a fantastic beer.
Now, this one is from Love Lady, which before this one,
Yeah, we talked about them earlier. Yeah.
we generally didn't like that much from Love Lady.
I've liked
was-
some of their stuff, but
I haven't been impressed
yeah.
until now. Now, this one is a 7.5 APV. It is a pumpkin spiced latte milkshake IPAs. Now, as far as milkshake IPAs are fairly recent.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a few milkshake IPAs.
I was never a big fan of them.
Yeah.
I liked them somewhat, but then I
And-
had this, and holy smokes.
Well, I think we've had one other milkshake which we were pretty impressed with, but even the sound of it, you're like, a milkshake beer.
Yeah.
You know, you're kind of like,
That's
okay.
off-putting and just in the sound of it.
Yeah,
And-
you know, because like, you know, you could be like, okay, milkshake, beer, put it together.
yeah.
You know,
mhm.
and you just be like, ooh, you know, it's like, what's that one from the one scene in Heathers where they're like trying to make her throw up? So they go,
Yeah.
chicken soup or milk and orange juice. Like they're trying to
Yeah,
mix two
mhm.
things together, you know. So, but milkshake IPAs are actually gaining popularity. Like they're
Yeah.
actually producing a lot more of them. And this is a latte. Now, I saw this before you. And you actually got this before I did, but I saw it before you. And I was actually thinking to myself, there's no way you're going to buy this. Because it's a latte milkshake.
Yeah, because I'm not a coffee fan, and
Yeah.
latte right there in the title. But you know, I like to stay in with seasonal beers when they're out. I like to try them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to. That's something I've always. I like winter ales in the winter. I like Oktoberfest stuff this time of year. You know, so I saw it and I was like, I got to get this beer. There was something about it. I was just like, I have to try it, and I'm so glad I did. It was so good.
Yeah.
I even went out and bought another 4-pack of it the other day.
I did. I just
Yeah.
bought it, a couple days ago, and it's
Yeah.
gone. It's already gone.
I got the last one at Lee's Liquor the other day, so yeah.
Yeah. Because, when I got it, when did you get it?
Friday, I think.
Wow. Because I got it, I think, a little bit before that, and there was
Okay.
quite a number of them. But
Yeah, there was one more left, and I got it.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
because
lucky.
I've been making my blue cheese burgers, and that's what I've been having with
Mhm.
that. And yeah, it's gone. I gotta go out and get more. It's gone.
Yeah, it is so good.
Yeah, especially again for seasonal during the fall.
Mhm.
Great beer, man. And it's sad that it's only going to be produced during the fall because
Yeah. mhm.
we're probably not going to see this.
Yeah, this is a limited release. You know that. And
Well, yeah. Okay, so two things. Hopefully, if they stop production on this and they do something else, hopefully they'll do something else like this next year.
mhm.
But like we could probably only get more of this up for like another month and a half, 2 months
Yeah, and
tops, maybe.
like I said, I got the last one from Lee's. I hope they get more.
Yeah,
But
yeah, because I got mine at Lee's. And
Halloween's still 2 weeks away, so, you know.
yeah, before we go to Anaheim, definitely I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to get more of this. Well, I need new beer anyway, so I'm gonna have to go out and get more, at least more of this. But probably, what would you say, the best beer that we've had Because like we've had Cali Creamsicle. Did we have it this year? Brand new to us. Did we try it this year?
No, that was definitely
last year.
Yeah.
So would you say that this probably is one of our favorite beers this year?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure there's probably one more beer from this year that I can't recall.
Probably.
But
yeah.
This is probably our favorite beer one of our favorite beers this year.
It's got to be. Yeah. So good.
Yeah. Really is. I need more of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've exhausted. Oh, I think you had a beer called Mind Haze.
I did, yeah.
From Firestone.
That was in that 12-pack we talked about earlier, yeah.
An New England IPA.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually gave that a 4.5.
Yeah, it's really good.
6.2 APV.
Mm-hmm.
So you would probably say a multi-pack like that from Firestone was generally worth it.
Yeah, I enjoyed all the beers in it.
Yeah, you didn't have a bad beer, right? Okay. Because there's one at Sprouts from that. What's that Hawaiian one that you can't stand?
Kona, something like
that.
Yeah,
and they have a multi-pack. And
I
actually
would avoid that like the plague. Yeah,
they have that multi-pack at least too. But like I was saying, generally, if you can find a multi-pack like that, it wouldn't be so bad unless that Hawaiian.
Yeah,
one.
I've never had a beer from that brewery I liked.
Yeah,
but not my cup of tea.
I think if you can find a multi-pack like that from the same brewery, it'd be well worth it. So, I need to do that. I know there's another brewery that does that.
Mm-hmm.
That's up here at Sprouts that I should probably try out. It's got like
I think New Belgium does it.
Oh, from Voodoo.
Yeah,
because Voodoo's got a new beer out too that just came out not too long ago that we need to try. So, but I think that's it. I mean, we've talked about beer.
We talked about a lot of beer today.
Yeah, we did.
A little bit of a concert, and the rest of it was all beer. But
because
that was the idea from the beginning when we started this, was to talk about craft beer. So.
Oh yeah, well, God, I mean we've tried so many new beers out, and I mean, and we've got a lot of stuff coming up. I mean, we're gonna have German beer to talk about. We're gonna talk about I don't know how many beers we're gonna try at that
Oktoberfest,
thing. Yeah. And then Anaheim, we're going to
several breweries down there we're gonna visit. So
1886, we're gonna do that Redbeard brewery, pub or whatever, where you can take beer home. We've got JT Smith's again. If they're gonna have new beer, Chapman.
The serve yourself place.
Oh, the Wall.
Yeah, the Wall.
Yeah, the Wall. And then another pub that we're going to on that Friday night that's open late. Forgot the name of it.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna have. My God, when we come back, we're gonna have.
Yeah, it's
so much to talk about.
It's probably gonna be about 4 weeks before we do another podcast because we got so much stuff going on in these next 3 weeks.
Good God, yeah.
So, but we'll have so much to talk about on that one, so that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, and I know that on this podcast we wanted to try to get to a really funny commercial thing, but we're just gonna have to push that back a little bit.
That's on hold, yeah.
Yeah,
but we will do it.
Yeah, and but we're focused on beer.
Yeah,
we are. We love talking about beer. We love drinking beer.
We're craft beer guys. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's what we do. So I guess just until the next podcast, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And so we'll probably see you in a month.
In about 4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, about 4 weeks.
All right.
All right. So
thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for watching.